Game one, a capacity crowd on hand here, and they're definitely making their presence felt. It's the second game of the National League Championship Series between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-0. He's coming off a game in which he hit a home run and drove in 4. He looked real comfortable at the plate, and he has to be feeling good, so I'd be cautious if I were the opposing pitcher.
Now the first pitch of the night is looked at for ball one as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose.
First pitch, 7:05.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Good night for scarves and mittens. It's 48 degrees here at first pitch. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest.
And that's one of the questions we'll ask as this night goes on. Can he wind up putting guys away with that fastball? You know, I think he gave a pretty clear indication, one batter into the ball game, that he brought his good stuff with him tonight.
Standing in now, Keith Heck. He'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike three called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game. Bryce Harper will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
And these guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Nationals gone in order. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Steve, what's the key for him here tonight?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Fielded by Rendon. A quick out number one. Bo Green will dig in now, and he was one of the bright spots offensively in the Game 1 defeat last time out.
Yeah, he did his part. He just needed a little more help.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Well, I think the big question everyone's asking before this game was, how are these guys going to respond from just getting whacked last time out there? In the regular season, you say, hey, no big deal. You put it behind you. You move on pretty quickly. But in the postseason, you could say it's over and done with, but I don't think it's quite as easy as that. Those are the kind of losses that stick with you, and you just keep thinking about it.
Harper is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And with two away, let's check in with our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And you can see our series at 1-0 as things are starting to heat up here as we get later into October. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Up top, it's 2-0.
2-0.
Gonzalez gets the sign. Here he comes on 2-0. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Hit in the air to left field. Moving under it, Heck, and that retires the side. Mets turned away here in the first. We'll head to the... Daniel Murphy makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers. But he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Green ranging back. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Wilson Ramos will stand in, coming off a great performance in the Game 1 victory.
And he really is the X factor in this lineup. And if he can stay hot, they're going to have a good chance of pulling this thing out.
Into the windup and the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And a slider lays off it for a ball. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Now this is cut and thrown to first. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. Anthony Rendon into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Neil Walker strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Second baseman, Neil Walker.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. Harper is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
Catcher.
Into the box now, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Tap foul at home plate. Gonzalez is ready. Here it is on 0-1. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Oh, good diving attempt right there at third base, but he just can't get to the ground fast enough to make that play, and it slips past.
As Dribble Cabrera takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. It's offline, but he's out. Gunned down trying to swipe the base. Now a swing, and Cabrera blasts this one out to deep left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Hit to third. Rendon is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets go down quickly. We'll move to the third with no score. Ryan Zimmerman leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And maybe a chance for our first run. He's in with a leadoff double.
Oh, and he hit this ball hard, too, didn't he? I mean, this is a fastball right out over the middle of the plate, and he just hammers it to get himself in scoring position here, leading off the inning.
Ben Revere will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. No one out with a runner at second. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Two good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he doesn't want to give in here, even on a 1-2 count. Not with the base open and the pitcher on deck.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball right side. On to first, and it's dropped. And a real mistake there. That's got to be an E3.
Well, let's watch this. I don't know quite what the problem was. It just sort of looked like he blanked it over there. And, yeah, sure enough, the throw's right there. He doesn't close the glove around it.
Into the box now, Gio Gonzalez. Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice. Trey Turner will dig in for a second time. A strikeout victim opening up the ball game.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Oh, he gives them the lead here on just one pitch. He wasn't waiting around. Just sitting on this one, and he's going to drive in both runners with a 2-run double.
Here's the first pitch to him. Right side. Throw gets him, 2 down. So a man at third here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A 2-run home run here for Bryce Harper. His first homer here in the series, and the Nationals have now taken a 4-0 lead.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Here's Daniel Murphy now.
Second baseman, Daniel
This will
Murphy.
chase one up around the letters here for strike one. A lot of pitches up in the zone here early on.
And that's not the worst thing in the world at this place, but you've got to pick your spots.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And the pitch on 2-1. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Green ranging back, and it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs. A solo shot there for Daniel Murphy. His first homer so far in the series, and the Nationals have made this a 5-0 game.
Oh, and here comes the long ball again to bite him. The second one he's allowed here in the first 2 2/3. Tell you what, the way he's throwing right now, the third one might send him to the showers.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the 5th hit he's popped up in this inning alone, and you got to believe that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
He's set. Here it comes. Anthony Rendon is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Time to play pitching, coach. What's he doing wrong?
It's more of a question of what's he doing right. It ain't much.
Takes this the other way to right. Bruce is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. Men come to the plate, however. Score.
Leading up for the Mets.
Leading off the inning, Kelly Johnson, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. 1 away.
Batting 8.
We'll take a look at this on show track, and that's been an effective location for him so far. He's really been handcuffing these guys inside, and he gets another pop-up out of it.
Here's Juan Lagares. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Gonzalez steps into his windup. Here's the 1-1. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Oh, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Line to the right side. Harper has a long run, but he takes charge for out number 2.
Well, they've been a little unlucky so far because they're putting the ball in play. And they've hit a few of those balls really hard, but they're just not falling for them right now.
Noah Syndergaard is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. Need to get it going soon. It's 5. Ryan Zimmerman come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a solo home run here for Ryan Zimmerman. His second home run of the series. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. Ben Revere is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Now batting,
Jonathan Neese is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Neese pauses. Here comes the first pitch. Gio Gonzalez will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. Grounded back up the middle. Reined in to Walker for 1. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play. Into the box, Trey Turner, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This one's flared toward left center. In there, a base hit.
the batter, left fielder.
Heck will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-2 delivery. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. A throw behind the runner at second, and the runner back easily.
Simple throw over there.
Breaking ball misses the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Nationals on the board on the home run by Jose Reyes. Will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full. 3-2. Right side, hit hard. Murphy with a dive. He's up with it. The throw. It's in time.
Oh, what a play. Well, that's the big leagues right there. The worst part of this is, as a hitter, since it's to the right side, you get to watch this whole play unfolding right in front of you. And believe me, it's not a whole lot of fun. That's a super play, and you're out.
Stepping in now, Bo Green. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
When you look at the way he's throwing the ball, he's thrown first pitch strikes to less than 40% of the batters that he's faced, and yet he's still pitching well. And we're in the middle of this ball game.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And I'll tell you, being in a two-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this. That's a ball.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And he holds off there as the count goes even to the Mets left fielder. It's 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Heck has to range back, but he'll make the catch near the line, and there are 2 men gone.
The right fielder, number 19.
Base is empty, 2 gone now, and here's Jay Bruce. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2.
This is the trouble when you're facing a guy like this. You get into a hole, and now you don't know what to look for. He's got 4 pitches he could turn to here.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
Nope.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They still find themselves down. Bryce Harper heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
The right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
Nice is ready. Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply toward the right side. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. Daniel Murphy steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Legara's on the run. 2 down.
The batter,
Wilson Ramos digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Well, he just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reyes is there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nationals down on a mere 4 pitches, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Neil Walker will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Here comes the first pitch. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Ramos scoops it up, and he's set down, 1 away.
now batting.
A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Travis d'Arnaud is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. On the ground up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. This is the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Asdrubal Cabrera is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Line drive to center field, but sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Kelly Johnson is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. Hit to first. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Yeah, this is a ball he probably should have had over at first. You see him come off the base to field it, but then it just gets right through him and on into right field.
Juan Lagares is in with two away now as he looks at a called strike one.
Yeah, even with two on and two away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Gloved by Murphy. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. Anthony Rendon will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first two at-bats. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. High in the air out to center field. Lagares is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Ryan Zimmerman comes forward now. A home run in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he absolutely crushed it earlier, so let's see if he can get into another one in this at-bat.
Neese into his motion. Here's the delivery. Bruce will come over for a look, but this will wind up back in the crowd, a foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit to short. Throw on to first takes care of Zimmerman for the second out of the inning.
Center fielder number 9.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ben Revere. He singled his last time up. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will wind up being a foul ball. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lagares moves over, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They lead it 6-0. Number 15 is going to come off the bench to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful. Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Jose Reyes stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And, wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk, a fair ball. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Yeah, not a lot of offense to go around for these guys so far. It's just their 3rd hit of the ball game, but at least this one's an extra base hit and goes for a double.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that first fastball took off on him a little bit. This is a much better spot.
And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. Line drive to left. Heck is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
I'll tell you, if this is in off the plate just a little bit further, this thing might end up in the cheap seats in left field. But instead, it just gets to the outer half. He still gets pretty good wood on the ball, but he winds up pulling it right at someone.
Jay Bruce is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Murphy's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets strand 1. They won't make a dent in a... Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. It's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Hansel Robles will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Johnson moving to his right, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Trey Turner ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Ready on 1-2. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. 1-2, here it comes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. Heath Heck stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
2 quick outs in the inning. This hitter's job is to work the count, get on base, and give his middle-of-the-order hitters a chance in this inning.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. 6 runs, 9 hits. 1 error thus far for the Nationals. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nationals gone in order, but they're on top by a count of... Leading off the inning, Neil Walker, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Gonzalez looks in. Here's the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit on the ground to short. Backhanded. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting.
Travis d'Arnaud will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Big curveball swung on and missed. 0-1.
You know, guys, you watch the way he's pitched all night, and you'd be surprised to understand that he's thrown a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters he's faced, and he's still pitching such a good game.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And this might be just what the crowd needs to get off their hands a little bit. Last thing you want to do on the mound is hit a guy and have the crowd come to life against him.
Asdrubal Cabrera is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Now batting.
Kelly Johnson steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Zimmerman comes up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Bryce Harper will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. First offering on its way. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. This man out for his 2nd inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Green going back on it at the track. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Daniel Murphy is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. This is line to left. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Wilson Ramos will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And this is sent out to Reyes. This could be 2. A bare hand for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they get. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Nationals 6 and the Mets nothing. Juan Lagares will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Hit hard down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Gonzalez comes set, 2-1 on its way. To 2-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt. Maybe a chance here to put a dent into that scoreboard after all. This gives them a couple guys on base now here in the late going. And at the very least, another hit here could be enough for them to avoid the shutout.
On his way out to the mound now is the Washington manager. And a change is coming up, as that's going to be all for Gio Gonzalez. 7 solid innings for him in this one, as he gave his club a very strong outing indeed. Matt Latos will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Jose Reyes will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. First and second here with nobody out. And that's cut on and missed as Reyes falls behind here, 0-2.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Bo Green digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he was right on the off-speed stuff and hit it well, but just didn't have any luck. It's going to be interesting to see if they stay with more fastballs right here.
And some action out in that Washington bullpen now, as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And that's in there for strike 1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over. And he's able to jump ahead.
Sent on the ground out to second. One there. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. A beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing, as we welcome you back for the 9th. Addison Reed will come on now in a mop-up role, as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Anthony Rendon will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit hard back up the middle, and this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the 9th.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. He's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Ryan Zimmerman stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Nobody out, runner on first. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
That's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. And that couldn't have been an easy take.
Reed sets. Here's the 1-2. And this is swung on and missed by Zimmerman as he set down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Ben Revere gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. From the stretch. Hard hit ball to second. And that one zips on through as he was in position, but he couldn't knock it down.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red out. Kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Quint Robinson will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Runners are at first and second with one away. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Trey Turner ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Hit out towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there. Trevor Gott will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Jay Bruce will stand in to start off the ninth here with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally. Outside with the fastball, that's 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Neil Walker will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Catcher.
Digging in, Travis d'Arnaud. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never does, but I can think of a lot worse places to get dosed.
And he will make the catch to wrap this one up, and the Nationals will take a 2-0 lead back home for Game 3 as this one is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, the Nationals were given an excellent start here by the jump.